Sir Alistair Sarwick. If I could have a word with you for a moment.
Who am I speaking with?
I am Lord Arwood Halton, Master of Castlewood. Your family and mine have long been friends.
Yes, I have heard tell of the Haltons of Castlewood. What can I do for you?
I've heard rumors that you've had difficulty finding your brother, Gawain. Did you get the help you had hoped for from the Queen?
More or less. I am surprised that it is public knowledge. The Queen doesn't seem inclined to flaunt her arrangements.
You will quickly find that it is difficult to keep secrets inside the Red Keep. There are far too many inquiring ears about. On that subject, what say you to moving this conversation elsewhere? I have a residence in the city. We may speak freely there. I have vital information regarding your brother.
At the least, Castle Black is safe again after we took care of Godric's hirelings. Parte could have turned some of our brothers, Jaw. And we still don't know which ones.
Adam Flowers is responsible for leading the investigation and flushing out any traitors amongst them.
A witch hunt. No good will come of that.
I dislike this situation as much as you do, Moors, but we have no choice. I trust Adam. He will use discretion and wisdom. Just ask him if you need to know what the status is.
Very well. And what of the imposter?
John Arryn's death, the arrival of this girl, and the men from the south. These can't be coincidences. In my opinion, the imposter is nothing but a pawn. Everything leads me to believe that he works for someone more important. But we won't let them get away with it. The Night's Watch will hunt him down and make him pay.
Unfortunately, our power is limited to the gift. The law is clear. The Night's Watch must stay out of the realm's affairs. Otherwise, we ourselves will be considered traitors to the crown.
Rest assured, Moors. I don't intend to be known as the Lord Commander who led the Night's Watch to its ruin. We will stay out of Westeros politics. We just need to settle our own affairs. Someone brought us into this by sending these mercenaries to our territory and corrupting our sworn brothers. We must be cautious. One misstep, and Castle Black could pay dearly. But the message must be clear. No one attacks us without paying the price. Moors, I need you to follow their trail. Thus, I am naming you as a recruiter of the Night's Watch. In this capacity, you will be able to leave the gift and act freely. This letter, bearing my seal, will prove your good faith to those who might doubt your word. Your mission will be to find the guilty parties and punish them in our name.
Hunt down and eliminate. Understood. What do you plan to do with the girl?
Perhaps I can go with Sir Mors on his journey. The North does not seem as safe to me as it once was.
I agree. Besides, since you're the one the impostor is after, and he knows where to find you, you are no longer safe here.
The Lord Commander is right. Jon Arryn entrusted this mission to me. I will not fail his memory.
Patrick will accompany you to the border of the gift. He has already proven his loyalty. As for me, I will put together an escort of our most trustworthy men. They will meet you near Molestown. Moors, you might cross paths with Sir Godric's impostor and his men. Be alert.
I have every intention of crossing paths with him. The two of us have a matter to settle.
May the old gods speed you. The perils of the Seven Kingdoms are as dangerous to a sworn brother's body as they are to his soul. But I have faith in you. You will succeed.
Well then, let us get Patrick. He must be downstairs.
I'm with you.
Patrick, we're leaving for Molestown, and I need someone I can trust. You're coming with me.
You want to go back? There will still be enemies there.
Exactly. I need to know who sent them. At the moment, my only lead to find that out is the imposter. I'll find the rat and get him to talk. And I'll be sure to rid the gift of that traitor and all his henchmen.
Very well. Give me time to get my things and I'll come with you.
Sir Westford? Isn't it risky for me to go back there with you? After all, it's me that the men are after.
As long as you're with me, you'll be fine. Trust me, lass. I won't let anyone lay a finger on you.
Very well. I left my belongings with Sybil when we left Mole's town. If I can, I should like to get them before we leave the north.
We'll be passing there anyway. As soon as we get the chance, we can go to your room.
Thank you.
All is well. I'm ready.
Let us go then.
Wonderful. It tastes so good. Two patrols, can you believe it?
Adam, the Lord Commander told me that you could need help with your inquiry.
That's right. Another bloody chore for me. That'll teach me to be the smart one amongst our brothers.
This is serious, Flowers. Some of our brothers betrayed their oath and tried to kill me.
I know full well how serious this is, but I've never had to sort out a problem like this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
What do you have to go on at the moment?
I've examined your three victims, Theomar, Dick, and Vayon. Those three were messed up all right, but each of them had received 20 silver stags for their betrayal. There's little doubt that such a sum came from Donnelly.
That's highly likely. Any clues as to who else might have accepted the offer?
The only way of knowing would be to question every brother who might have met our visitors while they were staying at Castle Black.
I shall have to talk to them all then. and maybe my hound can find an interesting trail. What else can you tell me?
I believe I've identified all the suspects. We've gathered them all here and blocked off all means of access. I thought we could leave them all to stew a bit, just to see what happens.
I'll see what I can find to help you. If there are any more traitors here, I'll find them.
I'm glad I can count on you, Moors. I've never had to handle such a delicate business. I hear many rumors of your ability to see and hear things without being caught. If you can use this gift to help me, I'd be much indebted to you.
I'm telling you, calm down and relax. Shut your mouth!
Come now, you two. I can see you're choking on something big. Spit it out.
Ignore Trevor. He's just had too much to drink.
It seems to me that he's been at something other than the wine. He hasn't been enticed by some southern gold by any chance, has he?
What? You piece of shit. Do you want to end up like that other one?
I told you to keep your bloody mouth shut.
That was too easy. Finish your story or face the consequences.
It was an accident, all right?
That'll be for me to decide. Continue.
Domeric came to see us, just after our visitors turned up. His pockets were well lined. He tried to get us to join Sir Donnelly. He told us they needed some proper swordsmen.
That treacherous bastard. I taught him a lesson.
Trebor is hot-headed, but he's a good lad. He just wanted to show that disloyal shit where he could shove his offer. That bloody fool Domeric tried to defend himself, and things got out of hand. It all got nasty after that. Before we could explain the situation to Mormont, you came back from your mission, and there was total chaos. We thought it better to stay quiet and pretend it never happened. We hid his body in the snow, in the old outbuildings. I swear, we would have tried to tell you as soon as everything had calmed down.
I understand. I'll turn a blind eye to it.
Really? I swear by the gods, Moors, we're in your debt. You can ask anything of us. Anything at all.
Did you see anything that might be of interest to me?
Well, there might be something. Ever since that accident, I've kept my eyes open. And I did notice something strange. When everyone was gathered in the common hall, Flowers posted guards at the doors.
To keep you out? What's strange about that?
The strange thing was that I saw one of the guards speaking with one of the suspects.
All right, who was it?
They had their hoods up, so I couldn't tell. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but when you came to question us, I remembered that it seemed a little suspicious.
Sir, no name. Well, I knew it wouldn't be that simple.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more help to you, Moors. It shan't be easy to follow such a poor trail.
Don't trouble yourself with it. I'm used to such problems. If there are traitors amongst us, they'll not reveal themselves gladly. But I have ways.
But I can't stay calm. We need to talk about it.
We can't.
See my family too.
Aye, but your name isn't Stark.
Bartram, we need to talk.
Moors, that black-hearted Flowers is accusing me of treason again.
Several brothers spent time with Donnelly and his men when they were here.
Aye. I heard about Theomar and his two friends, those half-witted brothers. What idiots. I wonder where they were hoping to flee.
Because Godric didn't offer you anything?
He didn't. I didn't even speak to that knight. I can't abide arrogant men like that. If I wanted to dishonor myself, I wouldn't be so stupid as to do it so close to Castle Black. And where would I go? South?
You're a good ranger. Always vigilant.
Thank you for the compliment. But I owe everything to you.
Can you tell me anything about the other suspects?
You mean apart from Trevor seeming even more on edge than usual? He's usually quite the nervous man, but he's become damn dangerous. Something's not right, if you ask me.
I will look into that. Anything else to add?
Jonas seems to be having a run of luck recently. He gave credit to several brothers, which is unlike him.
I will see if all this leads to anything.
It's none of our business. Why have they come to see the Night's Watch?
Sworn brother of the Night's Watch. I'm no worse than them, or you.
You've really made a name for yourself recently, Butcher. No good comes from coming up against you.
I've heard you've become quite wealthy in the past few days. I'd like to know where all that coin is coming from.
My wages don't bring in all that much. Just something to pass the time, really. Don't believe every rumor you hear. Except the ones about the size of my manhood, of course.
I thought you were too clever to be outwitted. Why did you accept the offer from that rat Godric?
I didn't accept anything, but I was happy to take gold from that group of half-wits.
Do you deny receiving gold from Godric Donnelly?
Oh no, I don't deny anything. I gladly relieved that arrogant bunch of knights of their coin. Dice, cards, small wages. I did very well.
He didn't propose anything to you personally? Maybe for a favor?
I make a deal now and again, but that's it. I'm definitely not getting involved in the affairs of lords. That never ends well.
I know what you might think, Moors, but I promise you I'm telling the truth. I pocketed his coin, and that was it.
You seem to tell the truth. But I'll be watching you, Jonas.
Thank you for believing me and for not ruining my little business, Moors. Here, let me give you this, as a kindness.
That's right. Go and tell them. Why should we give a damn what they think?
Grant's old friend. How long have you been at the wall, old man?
My boy, you'd be better off asking me if I've ever lived anywhere else.
I actually came to ask you something else.
I'd bet a night in a whorehouse that you've come to talk about treason, Moors. I've already spoken to Adam. He's a good lad. A shame he's so serious. What can a wrinkled old man do to help you, my boy?
Tell me about our visitors. You spent some time with them, didn't you?
I mingled a bit, yes. As I usually do when we have guests. It's rare to have fresh news nowadays. I don't let opportunities like that go by.
And were you able to find anything out?
Anything? Like what, for example?
Like gold changing hands, or one of our brothers accepting gold from Godric, for example.
Gods be good. No, I don't think I saw anything like that.
You don't think so? Or you don't know?
No, I didn't see anything of the sort.
Are you certain?
I'm sorry, I can't help you any more than that, my boy. What happened?
Some crows took tainted gold from our visitors and died as a result of it.
You mean there are corrupt brothers here? At Castle Black?
They tried to attack me by surprise, but they failed. I need to know if there are others, and I need to know now. Are you sure you don't know anything that could be of use?
Well, there are Arthur and Trebor. They've cut themselves off from the others, and they both seem really nervous.
Interesting. Anyone else?
I also saw Bartram speaking with Donnelly just before you left. They went off to talk in private. That's really as much as I know. I hope this proves useful, Moors.
It might well be. Thank you, Grants. Now, go warm yourself up.
What now?
He didn't try. Are you certain?
I told you. I didn't exchange a word with that minor southern lordling.
Yet Grants saw you with him.
I don't understand. Hold on. Maybe I do remember. Yes, we traded a few words when I took him to the top of the wall, but nothing of any importance. He asked me what life was like at the wall, if I was proud to be a member of the Night's Watch, that sort of thing.
I see. You should have told me. I will see what to make of this.
What can a wrinkled old man do to help you, my boy?
Nothing in particular. Keep well, old man.
I was born at the wall, in a manner of speaking at least. One night I was abandoned, left.
I know your life inside.
I was a merchant. Now I'm a sworn. Why should we give a damn what they think?
You've really made a name for yourself recently, Butcher. No good comes from coming up against you.
When you need to catch vermin in Castle Black, you speak to the King of Rats.
You really do flatter me, Ranger.
Brothers have been corrupted by our visitor's gold. You must know something of it. You can smell the scent of gold from miles away. Don't even try to deny it, and you will save us both precious time.
I've always loved working with you, Moors.
Well, I'm not sure of this, but Grants came to see me earlier. He wanted a place in the next game, but I refused because he's up to his eyeballs in debt.
And?
And he paid off his debts just like that, in one go. Years of debt settled all at once.
I think he owes me an explanation.
All the same, don't go too hard on him. He's had a tough time for longer than all of us put together.
What can a wrinkled old man do to help you, my boy?
Why don't you tell me about your debts?
Is that bastard Jonas still asking for coin? I've paid it all back to him, I swear.
That's the problem. Everyone knows you can't stop gambling, and you have the least credit in the entire castle. How could you hope to pay off that much without anyone noticing?
I didn't think it would get out of hand, Mort. You have to believe me.
That's all I ask, old man.
It's true that he gave me some gold, but he didn't ask me to do anything wrong. We talked about this and that, and about what life was like here. He later asked me about his other sworn brothers. He got me to talk about you as well. I told him about how you ended up at the wall.
What did he want?
I don't know. He seemed a bit disappointed with your story. Yet I usually tell it so well.
Did you talk about anyone else?
A little about Theomar, and of course that sly fox Jonas as well. And then about one of your rangers, Bartram, I think. I thought he just wanted to spend time in the warmth, talking with good old Grants.
My lips are sealed. I'm counting on you to never be led astray.
Believe me, lad, you'll have no more complaints about me. You have my deepest thanks.
What now?
Relax, Bartram.
There's no chance of me.
He left for Winterfell.
I'm no worse than them, or you for that matter.
Look,
I've been around too long to be seduced like they were.
I'm sure you'd be quite capable.
Indeed.
I just wanted to hear your news. A little peace is nice, after everything that has gone on.
And a good bottle's even better.
Won't be long.
Moors?
Let's return to this business of yours.
What do you want to speak about?
You told me that the two inseparable friends might be traitors?
Yes. Along with Theomar, they were responsible for looking after our visitors when they were here. and you have already personally dealt with Theomar.
Domeric did not flee. Trebor killed him, and, as usual, Arthur felt obliged to protect him.
How did that happen?
He had been bribed by our guest to turn the heads of other brothers, but he picked the wrong target. Trebor beat him to death when he came to see them, with his pockets full of gold and his mouth spouting treason.
Idiots. They should have told us.
Trebor is an idiot, but he's a good servant of the Night's Watch. Arthur just wanted to protect his friend.
I see what you're getting at. I agree. I'll think about how to present this to the old bear. We'll find something that isn't conclusive. We'll whip them, of course, and then they'll be transferred to the Shadow Tower. That way their skills won't go to waste. It might be enough to convince the Lord Commander. Any other news?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
The King of Rats of Castle Black is on your list. I'm not surprised.
Indeed. He's the obvious suspect.
I'm going to leave Jonas in your capable hands.
So he was bribed? I knew it.
In fact, I think you had better let him go. Jonas is so caught up in his little schemes that he would have been a really bad spy.
That makes sense. Alas, you're right. It's a shame, though, as I'd have really tanned his hide. I'm going to tell my men to leave him be. Any other news?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
What could Grants have done to end up on your list?
It seems Godric Donnelly really enjoyed his company. I'm not going to trouble an old man. Your word is enough for me. As of now, he's as free as a bird. Any other news?
Let's move on to the others.
What do you want to speak about?
Have you added Bartram to the list of suspects?
Of course.
I think we can come to a decision on Bartram.
And what do you have to say in defense of your lad?
Better safe than sorry. It won't kill Bartram to spend a couple of nights in the dungeons of the Commander's Keep.
Really? You're leaving him to me?
So long as you don't lock him up in the dungeons of the Wall. We can't be too careful with this.
Agreed. I'll give orders for him not to be too badly treated. Thank you for your help. My thanks for taking care of that. It had to be done. I'm relieved we could separate the wheat from the chaff, whatever the cost.
The girl is here. Kill her and we'll be rich.
Mort, Patrick, thank the gods you're here.
Lothar, tell me what happened.
A man offered us 20 silver stags each to help him get hold of the girl you have with you. And I alone refused. If you hadn't intervened, I would have died.
Maybe you can return the favor, brother. Well, it seems someone is prepared to pay a high price for your capture. It appears we've already found your admirers, lass.
Very glad to hear it.
So this is what the Night's Watch has come to. Our brothers now value the tainted coin of a stranger over their oath.
The worst criminals in the realm are sent to the wall. Is it really a shock to see them succumb to the allure of coin like this?
Our oaths and our laws should outweigh the actions of our pasts.
You're right, Mort.
Lothar, tell me more about the man who bribed our brothers.
It was one of those southern men. The brute who was always following their leader around at Castle Black.
Jared, does that rat really think his crimes will go unpunished here? We'll show him the price you pay for attacking the Night's Watch like that. Would you lead us to him?
Of course, follow me. Over here.
We'd best move quickly. We can't let our suspect get away.
Keep... There's the one who tried to bribe me.
It's that bastard Jared. Lothar, return to Castle Black straight away to warn Mormont. Tell him to send us more men as soon as possible.
Understood.
Stay quiet. Let's listen in.
Here you go, Crow. 20 silver stags for your efforts and your discretion. And if you bring me the girl, I'll see you have more coin than you could dream of.
Careful, I've got quite an imagination.
Bloody piss. At this rate, the entire Night's Watch will soon be at the beck and call of these rats. It's time to put an end to all this.
I'm with you, Moors.
Jane, stay hidden while we're busy.
That was my intention.
You!
Jared, you're a piece of scum like your brother after all.
Curse you! You should have stayed hidden behind your wall!
What does the young lass have that's so important to you?
If I don't bring her back, it's off with my head. So I'll take down anyone who stands in my way, even if that means facing the whole Night's Watch.
Oh, that won't be necessary. 2 brothers will be quite enough to get rid of an insect like you. And once you're dead, your leader will be next.
Your crumbling order frightens no one. All it takes is a few coins to get your so-called brothers to rush to our sides.
Don't you see you've done us a favor? Your treachery allowed us to expose those who are unworthy of the Night's Watch and kill them.
Curse you, Moors! You're finally going to pay for the death of my brother.
hope those bastards burn in the 7 hells.
Impressive. Your fighting isn't bad for an old man.
I was splitting heads when you were shitting in your swaddling clothes, little girl.
Charming.
Moores is one of our best rangers. Mormont didn't choose him to escort you for nothing.
Fine. So what are you planning on doing now?
We need to find his leader. The one who presented himself to us under the name Godric Donnelly. Our best chance is to follow the trails of those he has bribed. The coin he's handed out is soaked in his scent. My hound will find them with ease. We must be very careful. The trails could easily fork and lead to many wrong paths. Only one of them will take us to him. What a surprise. Some of the corrupt brothers headed straight to the whorehouse after getting hold of their loot.
You again, my darling? I see you found Jane. Sorry, gorgeous. This lout didn't give me much choice. I had to tell him where you were hiding.
Don't worry, Sybil. I know very well you didn't mean any harm. Sir Westford saved my life, so I'm in no position to criticize you for anything.
Very well. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Someone offered coin to members of the Night's Watch to turn them against us. Perhaps you or your girls have heard something about it?
No. Not that I know. Brothers deserting the Night's Watch. They must be getting a fat purse to take a risk like that.
From what I know, they were paid about 20 silver stags each.
By the gods!
What's going on?
A group of crows is having its fun with my most beautiful girls right now. And they gave me a nice handful of silver stags for the pleasure.
Where are they?
Wait for them to finish, Moors. I've got a reputation to maintain.
Tell me which room they're in. Now.
Very well. I don't want any trouble. They're to the right, at the bottom of the stairs. Here's the key. I beg of you, Moors, don't make a mess in my establishment.
No promises. Jane, go get your things while I deal with them.
Moors! What the seven hells are you doing here?
Outside, girls. I need to have a word with these half-wits. There's no use in lying to me. I know where you got the coin to pay for this little party.
How do you know that?
I've just killed that bastard Jarrett. And now I want the man who is going by the name of Godric. In accepting his coin, you sealed your own fates.
No! By accepting the coin, we were able to have some real fun! Which we haven't had for years.
Perhaps you enjoy freezing to death and wasting your life to defend a realm that couldn't give a damn about you.
Look where that shit-stained life got Kragan! Ha!
We'll never go back to Castle Black with you.
Going back with me was never an option.
Oh, aye. And do you think we're going to let ourselves be killed without a fight, Butcher? Get him!
Now you're going to tell me where Godric is.
His real name isn't Godric. He's called Jon.
Yorn. Go on.
He and his men have set up camp somewhere in the forest. They're going through the smugglers' tunnels to get back to Molestown. If you want to go that way, there's a door downstairs. You'll need the password. If you say, "The feast will begin soon," they'll let you through.
So even the smugglers are on the imposter's side. Offer a man a few pieces of gold and you'll learn the price of his honor.
I've learned what I wanted to know. We are done here. Go back to the wall if you still have the strength. The Lord Commander will decide your fate.
Thank you, Moors.
Spare me your thanks. I'm disgusted with the lot of you.